Thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below. This is Friday. This is Venusian energy. I like to say Venus energy. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for being a part of our platform. And this platform is geared to melanated people that are in the church practicing the ATRs or the black arts. And it's also geared to them that have left the church but still have church in them and church influence, but they still practice the ATRs. This is for melanated people. The things that I discuss on these platforms are there to gear to help melanated people that want to practice real magic, real conjure, want to have a better understanding of their own spirituality. You may not ever be an Ifa. You may not go to Voodoo or Santeria or Kumi or Palo or Kamdamle or any of these other ATRs, but the mere fact that you're in church comes out of Egyptology, and it also comes out of Kemet. And so therefore, understanding who your ancestors are and how they apply to your magical process. To each and every one of you guys, thank you so much. First of all, I want to say salutations to my Madrina, to my Madrino, and to my Oba, and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Aj. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATR. What's up, Tree Rhonda Aries in the house? And then we have Mother Susan in the house, Gemini. To each and every one of you guys, as you're chiming in, this is going to be very, I really think that this is, if the information is taken the way that it is being given, it's a game changer. It helps people to understand where I'm coming from when it comes down to my personal practices and why I'm the way that I am. What's up there, my Gemini? Demetrius is in the house. And I tell you, many of you guys, I do understand that everybody's not into the magical practices for the lifestyle. I do realize that people get involved into these ATRs and these magical practices simply because, oh, thank you so much. I'm rocking my Fedi Foon Oya Yanza, my mother, on this Friday. But I say these things because at the end of the day, I'm a melanated man. I did vote today. I got a chance to vote. Y'all know I voted for Kamala Harris and Waltz. And I went down. I voted blue. But I voted early because I'm understanding how my magic and how my spirituality is affected by politics. These laws, even though I teach on my platform universal laws, when you don't participate in the governance of your house, the governance of self, the governance of your city, the governance of your state, and also your federal government, you are allowing other people to make decisions for you. And I'm a person like this. If you're gonna let another man or woman make decisions for you, then you shouldn't complain about what they deem you worthy or unworthy to receive or have an opportunity to receive. A lot of us do not take proactive action, and we don't understand how every type of politics, every type of working, everything that man has placed on the earth and placed upon people affects us. And so therefore, depending on what we need to be set free, what we need to be protected from, we may have to deal with a certain energy, another frequency or vibration, or a particular tradition in order to get us the breakthrough that we're looking for. Sometimes turning the other cheek, I don't teach it, but I do hear people in the church talk about turning the other cheek. Only time I turn somebody's cheek is when I'm having sex. So other than that, I don't turn my cheeks. I don't strive to be the bigger person. I strive to be all that God has made me to be. And if you have a problem with that, and you try to impede my success, then I deal with you accordingly. Either you're going to be a friend or enemy. I don't have all these wishy-washy. I always say, yay. What's up there, Danielle? Thank you so much for joining us. And then I got my Libra in the house. Much love to you as well. That's my Ryan, my Libra. And so when I share these informations, I share these lessons, let me tell you something, guys. Your classes, your graveyard work, your conjure, the things that you're doing. When you look at this shirt, I'm rocking, since Tree ordered this year, this is my new Oya shirt, and it has the skulls on them. The fact that so many people that practice Christianity don't get it when it comes to Golgotha, right? Golgotha is the skull, right? It's the answer. It's where Yahshua prayed. and he prayed as drops of blood. That this bitter cup. In other words, Golgotha was the place of mind, the Egun, the ancestors, the Moreto, whatever we call Egun, our ancestry. But all of these symbolizations are in the Bible. It is not always looked at, especially around Resurrection Sunday. You will hear about Golgotha, and that is the skull. That is the same depiction of the mind and how the eguns. And this is why we get crowned, or this is why we do mette, or this is why we do rogations, or we clean our heads, or we, whatever tradition that you may be in. But cleansing your head and protecting your head, or anointing your head with oil is very essential to your spiritual protection as well as your growth. But I just want to bring that out to let you know that there's so much stuff that sits right in the Bible. You hear it, but you don't understand it and not realize it has its attachments to the ATRs. It has its pathways from which it came. So what's up, my Boaz is in the house. Thank you so much. That's my Boaz, my Pisces. And so when I tell you guys about staying up on yourself and staying up on spirituality, I'm not telling you anything that I don't do. This is Friday night. I'm down in Lauderdale. I got to be in Miami early in the morning. I'm getting older, and I'm not trying to do all that traveling at night and just pushing myself to the hilt. I'm not doing any of that anymore. So I'm at the Sheraton Hotel tonight, and probably tomorrow too. But this is something very, very important to me. What I'm going to be talking about. I did a live earlier. I'm going to probably post it about Paula White, and I am going to discuss it somewhat on here. But my subject matter is about having a why we lack a sense of pride, in these ATRs, in these spiritualities. And let me tell y'all something. One of the things that I try to teach is self-love. And what that entails with somebody like me. I'm a Sagittarius, Moon in Aries, and Rising Pisces. The things that I have the capabilities of doing for myself, as in putting myself in the best position for a 51-year-old about to be 52. Educating myself so that I'm able to utilize information the best that I can with whatever given situation. Conjuring and praying, and how you guys do your incense burns, and how you guys do stay up on. Congratulations to Sister Monique. She upgraded her graveyard work, and she paid off her 13th circle. And these are all the outlets that I have been giving to melanated people. But what I have noticed is that we don't have a sense of pride. Whitney Houston sings song "Greatest Love of All," and what I mean by this, guys, is even if I don't like you as a particular person, as a melanated person, just say for instance I don't particularly care for you, I have a sense of pride as a black person that I'm still going to make the right decisions that I know that affects every last one of us. Even as a practitioner, and y'all don't like the word practitioner, but I have to use it in this context. As a spiritual practitioner, I still have to have a sense of pride of how I conduct myself, because I understand how it affects other melanated people. When you see me on social media straightening people and roasting people, that is actually at the defense of every melanated person that is still in the church, that does not have the access to the knowledge, the wisdom, or the understanding, or the clarity of the Bible like I do. That is at the defense of every woman that is going to be practicing the ATRs that they're practicing it now, and the young girls and the young ladies that will come after, because of the simple fact that I have information out there that at some point of time that they will be able to access that information and have a better clarity of the word and defend themselves correctly and proficient. The fact that I'm out here spearheading as a melanated individual, this is why I make a big deal about your support. That's why I make a big deal about your contributions. That's why I make a big deal. And I let non-melanated people know that this is not only black owned, but it is black supported. That doesn't mean that other races and other people do not support me. That's not what that means. But predominantly, this is supported by melanated people. And this is where we have to have a sense of pride, is when we have, like when I love when Love say, that's my apostle, or that's my Mother Sue said, that's my apple dumpling. When we make it personal, and when we make our success personal, and we take a sense of pride as how we conduct and present ourselves. Notice that if you follow me and have been following me for a while, I'm always trying to represent whatever tradition, whatever spirituality that I am embarking into. And I try and I strive to do it at a certain level. And I'm explaining that is coming from a sense of pride about who I am, who I stand for. I'm not going to go out here and tell somebody that I am Chief Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. and I look like I am a hit and run job. I'm not going to put and call myself a master, and that people cannot learn from me. People cannot be educated from me. I'm not going to call myself a spell breaker when I have no clarity of light energy and dark energy. Having a sense of pride as a black man before and a black woman has a lot to do with who we are. And let me tell y'all something, and this is to my gays and my bisexual people. On my website, I have Osun Mare, right? But Osun Mare can't do nothing for you if you don't have a sense of pride about yourself. I don't let people, and this is just me, and I'm just trying to tell you where I come from when I practice. What's up, my baby Scorpio? I don't care what type of sexual escapade that I do or sexual endeavors. I have a sense of pride about who I am. I still don't understand, and I'm just being honest. I don't understand why gay men or gay women or bisexual people feel like they have to enunciate their sexual orientation or their sexual preference in order to feel like they're living their truth. You live in your truth when you having intimacy with you having intimacy with. Letting another Negro, another niggerette know what you doing as an indication, as though that minimizes your talent, your ability, or your worth based off your sexual preference is I'm trying to be nice. It's a lack of understanding your personal pride. The fact that you should know scientifically that you had to beat out millions of sperms to get here. This is why just being born as a melanated person, you should have a sense of pride. You should have a sense of dignity. I'm trying to say this without offending people, because when you are sad, people take what you say all kind of ways, and I'm really trying to make it more about the message than you getting offended. Okay, the truth is the truth. Okay, but economically, this is what I mean by a sense of pride. It's like you have certain people. I'm gonna give you an example. You have certain people that have a sense of pride about who knows that they might not have anything in their refrigerator, right? But you don't have a sense of pride about going hungry. Okay, let me explain that. You have a sense of pride of anybody finding out that you ain't got nothing in your refrigerator, but you didn't have enough sense of pride to do what you needed to do to make sure that you wasn't hungry. You have a sense of pride about people finding out whether you got good credit or bad credit, but you didn't have a sense of pride to make sure you had good credit. You had a sense of pride about people finding out whether you practice the ATRs or you're practicing conjure. What's up there, Pisces goddess in the house? But you don't have a sense of pride on self that you are in those situations, in those circumstances. That's what always gives me. You are more upset about being called poor than actually being poor. You're more upset about somebody's finding out that you got defeated than you actually being defeated. And instead of trying to figure out, there's no way that I'm going to get into the ATRs the way that I have gotten into the ATR. And I'm going to let some jive turkey I don't care what they practice. I'm to do something with me. I have a sense of pride about where I came from. And I didn't come from no squeaky background. I came from a lot of things that many of you guys deal with, and some of you guys will deal with in the future. But I still have a sense of pride about my bloodline. I have a sense of pride of who my daddy is. I have a sense of pride of who my mom is. I have a sense of pride of who my dad people are, and a sense of pride. And guess what? I don't get along with all of them. I don't interact with all of them, but I still have a sense of pride of who I am, because I am a product of who they are. And I don't even let them. I'm going to say this again. I don't even allow the people that I share the same family tree with to demean who I am. And I don't owe you no explanation. And neither do I give them one. Just like when y'all hear me say on social media, I don't give a damn what people on the outside say. I also, certain man, do not give a damn what my mama think. I don't care what my daddy think, because they live their life. They did what they want to do. And my father is deceased. And when I say that respectfully. My point is, they had lived their life however they so choose, whether I agreed or disagreed. My mom didn't do everything my grandmother wanted her to do. My dad didn't do everything that his mom and his family wanted him to do. But they still lived their life, and they produced me. You lived your life. I'm here to live mine. I'm going to love you unconditionally. You're going to love me unconditionally. But ain't nobody going to be sitting here trying to tell me about whether I should go left or right, because that's the job of the Egum. That's the job of the Orisha, the Loa, whoever is guiding me. Why this is important, guys, it's like we should have a sense of pride that we are about to elect the first Madam President of these United States. We had our black president in our lifetime. Like, we're living in a time where we've already had President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle. Now we're fit to have another black woman in our lifetime. If this ain't the age of Aquarius, and these are answered prayers that have gone on and excuse me, have been going on and on from our ancestors, and giving us an opportunity to pave ways and create new opportunities. And let me tell y'all something. You got to be able, especially when something is systematic, you have to take things brick by brick. There's an old saying that when your hand is in the lion's mouth, and these are why these parables and these stories mean so much to melanated people, because they teach us how to have wisdom. They teach us how to handle ourselves. I feel that if more people had personal sense of pride in who they are, it would be easier for you to support people like me. It would be easier for you to receive benefits. Psalm 109, Psalm 105, I apologize. Psalm 105, receiving the benefits. But when you don't have a sense of pride, then you won't fight. You don't have a sense of pride about yourself. You don't mind other people doing the work. But when you have a sense of pride, like I have a sense of pride that I'm going to be first partaker of the fruit of anything that I endeavor to do, anything that I promote on my social media platform. I'm always the first partaker because of that type of pride. I am not going to allow a melanated woman, if y'all hear me real good, and this is not a throw off on men, I don't care if you're gay or straight. When you don't have a sense of pride about yourself, you will let women out achieve you. I'm going to say that again. If you don't have a sense of pride about yourself as a man, it will not bother you that sisters, and I've said this over and over because my analytics don't lie, that sisters are out giving. Even, let me tell y'all something. The difference between my tribe and my saints. Just give you an example. The tribe goal was 1,500. Okay, y'all remember that? And then it was tribe against the saints. The saints was $1,200, right? Not only did the saints have the information ahead of time, they also were able to invest before the tribe found out. And so I was going to wait that night to tell the tribe about it, but I didn't want the saints to have too much of a head start. Okay. Now, The Saints has still not reached $1,200. Have not done it. The tribe, because they got a sense of pride about being a tribe, about being a collective, that people were still, after the deadline, still giving to make sure that they hit that mark. You see what I'm saying? That's when you have a sense of pride. Yes, it's past her birthday, but still get her a gift. Yes, it's past your child's birthday. You couldn't get it on the birthday, but have a sense of pride. Make sure that child gets a gift from you. Yes, you are past the deadline, but still pay your bill. Okay, yes, now you have a late fee, but do not sit there on your behind and not pay that. All I'm saying, guys, that a sense of pride about how you carry yourself, how you interact with people, that's not going to come from Ephah. That's not going to come from voodoo. That's not going to come from Christianity. That's not going to come. You have to have that about yourself. It's like, even the way that my brothers and my Elay were doing and handling this up, I have a sense of pride about myself. I don't care if you don't like me. That is irrelevant. You know what I care about? I care that when I come out, I represent. When I'm the pastor and apostle of the Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, nobody have to tell me what I need to do to represent my church. I have people in my ministry that don't have a sense of pride about themselves, of how they represent themselves, even as members, even as people that are trying to be in certain positions or trying to want me to put themselves. You don't have a sense of pride about how you look or represent yourself. The mere fact that we're still in the church and we're still doing, yes, we're doing ATRs and we're doing conjuring and all those things. But at the end of the day, sir and man, it doesn't matter whether Caucasian people embrace the ATRs or not. It matters how you represent it. If you are going to represent an ancient art, ancient science, and deem it as powerful and as potent, the very sense of pride would mean that I want to be able to represent this tradition in the best way I can. I don't have Apostle Eli's measure. I have my measure. I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm a Pisces. I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm a Capricorn. I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm an Aquarius. I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm a Cancer. In your energy, in your frequency, have a sense of pride about your water element, your fire element, your earth element. I am proud to be a Sagittarius. I am proud that my moon is in Aries. I am proud that my rising sign is Pisces. I am proud that my north node is in Capricorn. And I'm also proud of every single spiritual sign, including being a pastor. And guess what? I might not be proud of the people all the time, but I am definitely proud that God has chosen me. And I have a sense of pride, no matter how they conduct themselves, that I'm always going to represent Apostolic of Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated the best of my ability. That affects your magic. That affects your spirituality. That affects how people handle you. Because sometimes, guys, I hear it's not that you need favor from God. It's just that you're not representing. You don't have a sense of pride of how you go on a first date. There's a thing out there. They say you never get a second chance to make a first impression. If you had a sense of pride and you're meeting somebody for the very first time, knowingly, because sometimes you meet people and they catch you off step because you didn't. But if you meet somebody for the first time, knowing that you're going to meet them, the sense of pride is that I want to represent myself as authentic, not trying to. Some people say put their best foot forward. I don't try to do that. This is what you're going to get, and there's layers to me. And when you have a sense of pride, even in relationship, that's why I tell a lot of people, you could never walk with somebody like me because you lack. You don't care about what you look like on the outside, and you don't care about what you look like on the inside. You don't care about when you walk out. That's something I love about Minister Mario, son of a chosen. is that he knew how to carry himself. Mother Susan, when she dresses, the reason why I picked her as the mother of the church, because I looked at the attire that she was wearing. That's not something that I told her. That is something that she was representing. A lot of times you end up in positions because you understand, you got a sense of pride about yourself, and people want that to reflect in their life. When a woman or a man, gay, straight or bi, the reason why they're choosing certain type of men and certain type of women is because they have a sense of pride about that stuff. And who doesn't want somebody on their arm that is representing? You get up in the morning, you don't give a damn. You don't wash your face, you don't wash your ass, you don't brush your teeth. Like, you don't have a sense of pride about self and self-care. Then what I say to women or men that engage in those activities, why do you expect other people? What's up, my Curtis? Gemini in the house. Why would you expect other people to value you in a way where you don't even have a personal sense of pride? You don't care about how your ligwas look. You don't care about how your rishas look. You don't care about how your impungos look. You don't care about what your Bible look. How can you represent such a beautiful tradition, a powerful tradition, lacking a sense of pride? Not as a pride as being haughty, but a sense of pride about who you are and who you represent. I noticed that the tribe has a sense of pride more so than the saints. And it doesn't bother them. I have men that it doesn't bother them. They don't have that pride about themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how tired I am. I don't care how engaged I was with something. When it's time for Apostle Ely to step up and do what he needs to do, I want to represent as a black melanated man. I want men and women, mostly women, to be proud of that. Oh, that's my apostle, or that's my teacher, or that's the person that's initiated me, or that's the individual that prayed for me. And when people look at me, that's, oh my God, okay, I like the way he carried himself. When I was going in and out of the hospital, with Minister Mario, the first time that I went in there, because we ended up going, I was going cemetery, whatever. So I wasn't dressed, but I still was presentable, but we had to go to the hospital. But when I came back to that hospital, I promise you, sir and ma'am, every time I stepped in that hospital, I represented. Do you understand? Every single time. If I stayed over, I represented. I am still somebody's child. I try to represent my teachings that my mother. I have a sense of pride about being a son. I have a sense of pride about being a father. I have a sense of pride about being a tata. I have a sense of pride about being a santero. I have a sense of pride about being an apostle. And these are the things that motivate me to do exceedingly and above. This is what allows me to go beyond that mile. I go to 2 miles. That's what allows me to have the mindset of giving more than just a coat. This is why my giving is the way that it is. That's why you see me always, no matter, I'm reinvesting, because I want to represent. If I'm going to do Ocha, I am going to rock. If I'm going to do voodoo, I am going to rock. If I'm going to do palo, I am never going to try to. I have a sense of pride about myself. I'm not going to let you call me king, and I'm walking around here looking like a peasant. And this is not so per se about name brand labels. This is about a sense of pride about yourself. You understand? A sense of pride about who you gonna lay down with, who you gonna have your baby with, who you gonna start your business with, who you gonna be friends with. All of these things, when you have a sense of pride about yourself, it's like, no, you like it, I love it, but do that over there. You understand? Oya represents change. Changing of your 5 senses. No longer allowing yourself to see the way you used to see, hear the way you used to see. Change your taste, but eat like I like zucchini, I like to eat squash. When I was younger, I didn't eat those things. As you grow and you mature, sir and ma'am, your taste buds should change. Your taste buds for men, your taste buds for women, your taste buds for finance. Like, things should automatically change, because the more times you pass that moon and the more seasons you go through, you should be growing and progressing in life. And what would satisfy your palate when you were in your 20s should not satisfy your palate. What used to be the eye, the beauty, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. What was beautiful to you when you're in your 20s or 30s should be something very different. It should be becoming an inner beauty. You understand? This is what puts you in the right places, in the right spaces, around the right people. The fact that you still have the same, you start to hear the same stuff when you were in your 20s. It's certain things as you grow and you expand your knowledge with, it's certain things should irritate you as soon as you hear it. It was fascinating when you were younger, but now that you're older and you have developed, like, you don't want to hear that no more. It's certain things you that should not even be touching your ear at certain ages. And it's not that it's not, you have grown beyond that. There's certain things, your five senses, that you should be interacting with people and saying, yes, you still having gay sex, but not with those type of men. You still having gay sex, but not with them type of women. It's certain things that you should not be doing. Your elevations. This is real. And why you think that this is not going to affect you in your journeys, in your time? This is why some people get offended with me. I watch how you conduct yourself in certain age brackets. I watch how you slowful. I told certain people, and yes, they end up getting it done, but you should have been got it done. If you were being responsible, you would have been proactive. If this meant what it meant to you, you would have already got it done. I do not go around here professing to be something and not having a sense of pride about that particular tradition. Padrino Michael, if I got to go to Tampa to prove, like, Padrino Michael don't sit there and tell me step for step for step. I call him, and I got a vision. I got gold. He was concerned about me doing Kimbanda, right? So he was, like I told you previously, he was like, okay, you already got this, you got that. God, son, why is you going to Kimbanda? But because I gave my word a sense of pride about who I am, and when I say something to somebody, that's my endeavor. And I strive very hard to keep my word. You're not going to keep your word, sir and ma'am. I don't care if you're an elder. I don't care if you're a devotee. If you don't have a sense of pride about the things that you say, then it's not going to matter whether you keep your word or not. It's not going to matter if you don't keep your oath or not. It doesn't matter. See, all magic is based on contract. The reason why I can do the type of conjure, because I trust the spirits that adhere to my voice, that adhere to my thoughts, that they see my actions. And sometimes they begin to move before I actually light that candle, before I actually light the incense, or because somebody's heart is in the right place towards me. They get blessed before I even finish the work. Because when you have a sense of pride, you make sure that you're in the best position to get the best outcome necessary in those situations, instead of walking around here at your age thinking that everybody is saying something and doing. So I'm going to say this, and this is not a throw off. I want you to understand, me giving truth is not an attack. I am a warrior. I know how to attack. I said before, and I did this video for you guys, an honest critique is there to help you improve. I'm living my life every day, whether I'm on social media or whether I'm not on social media. I'm encouraging as many people that can, find your way to that 13th circle. Find your way to that graveyard work. If I haven't been lying all along, some of you right now, you're not getting it. You're not getting the graveyard work, not because you can't afford it, it's because you don't desire it. Because you think, because if $1,000 is a lot of money, we in more trouble than we think. That's not a lot of money, especially the type of money that I'm spending in Ocha and Haitian Voodoo and Palo. If that is a struggle, sir, if that's a struggle, man, you're never going to get to the higher echelon. You're never going to get there. And I don't care how melanated you are. I don't care what your destiny is. I don't care what you practice. you have to have a sense of pride about putting yourself. I kept telling my kid, I said, listen, I'm going to go after this in my 50s, because I'm not, if this don't happen in my 50s, I'm not doing this in my 60s. On to another vision, onto another display. I believe God is going to bring it to pass, but that's not the point. The point is, you have to have a sense of pride about yourself, knowing when to quit, knowing when you're too old for something, or knowing when you shouldn't be arguing with another grown man or woman about what they know they should be doing. The fact that you're sitting out here in real time trying to remind a grown man or woman about what they need to do for themselves, we are so past beyond that. The fact they're trying to remind you why you need to be voting. And let me tell y'all something. I don't care how old you is. You got an opportunity to vote for a female president. Man, I'm a man. The amount of pride that I felt when President Barack Obama took that oath, the smile that I had on my face. I bought a plate, the presidential plate. Like, I'm not no president of the United States. I'm not related to him. I felt a sense of pride. I don't know where you are in your life, in your womanhood, but the fact that this woman is this close, 11 days away, maybe 10 days away from becoming the president of these United States, I'm excited. And I'm not excited for myself. I'm excited for women. I'm excited for my mom. I'm excited for my nieces. I'm excited for my female cousin. I'm excited for my women on my tribe. Like, I think this is such a big deal. And to see some of the women or some of the men be very condescending, you don't have a sense of pride about yourself. You don't really understand the collective, do you? Because you don't have to be in the driver's seat to benefit. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to be in the driver's seat. Then when I think Stormy, and I know I don't think she remind me talking about this, but when she sends, because she knows my numbers are 369, so a lot of times she send her offerings in my numbers. That builds a different type of bond with me. Because when you do stuff from your heart for me, when you do stuff because you want to see me win, and that's even like I tell you guys about Bo, to send me stuff, like different one of you guys do certain things, like that stuff means things significantly to me because I have a sense of pride about myself. Oh, that wasn't no cash up. I've seen it. But if you have a sense of pride, you're going to have a problem apologizing. When you have a sense of pride about yourself, you don't have a problem correcting things. And what I'm saying, my level of success, I think we're very few people shy of 4,000 subscribers. I need to check the analytics when I get off here. But when I tell you guys, I am thankful for where God has brought me. What's up, my sad from Detroit? I think that this is why I think this needs to be a game changer for melanated people. We have to have a sense of pride. Sense of pride as just being who we are. And whatever that entails, let the chips fall where they may. Being proud that you are a Capricorn. Being proud that you are a Leo. Being proud that you are a Scorpio. Having a sense of pride that you have that energy. That God, the Divine Mother, Father thought enough for you to live your whole lifetime, your timeline with that energy, with that arche. Like understanding that you have the monies to invest in yourself. Because let me tell you something. There's some people out there, and I'm not to put my baby Scorpio on the front, but I am extremely proud of her and Storm. These are young black women that are giving and supporting strong. I'm not going to tell you what they give, but they they make some of you older women and men look really bad. You can't be that serious. And I'm talking about they ain't rich, they faithful, they consistent, and they young. You got to have a sense of pride. You have to, it need to mean something to you to be an elder. It need to mean something to you to be an older man or older woman. I'm not going to be doing, you see this right here? That ain't dust. That ain't baby powder. That's gray. And I need to have a sense of pride about being a man of my caliber. I'm 51, about to be 52. And I want to encourage you. I can't make you feel this way, but I am extremely, because the younger women, the younger men are grabbing this. That means they're going to be able to excel a lot faster. And then what I do notice, and I'm not going to call her name out, but the young lady that sent the incense burning for Mother Susan, like that kind of stuff is magic. It's spirituality. It's where we got a sense of pride. Ain't nobody in this tribe going to be hungry. Ain't nobody in this tribe going to be defeated. I'm not doing all of these initiation ceremonies. If you don't believe me, go to your Egun. I am doing this for melanated people. Guys and girls, I'm going to be all right if I don't do spell work. My life is already set up. I'm 51 years of age. I got 30 years already pension. I got stocks, bond. I haven't even received Minister Mario's stuff because I was good before that happened, but I'm even in a better place. And so therefore I am striving to give melanated people a chance economically, spiritually. This is something I've always lived. This is not something I'm trying to get into voodoo or Santeria to experience. I already been living this. And I want you, before you leave this timeline in your energy, to experience these types of powers, these types of abilities, these type of manifestation, these type of romances. Like, yes, I talk about my sex life, but this is the thing about it is you can have some of that too. Not, I ain't offer none of this. Let's be clear. I didn't offer none of my Johnson. I said you can have particular. I have a sense of pride about myself sexually. That's why I take care of my body. That's why I take care of myself. That's why I share so much information with you guys. When you have a sense of pride about yourself, then you strive to perform well. This is so important. I said, when we were talking about Paula White, and I'm still like, you are the first black man I ever seen asking about these practices constantly. Oh, ain't that, I mean, I'm glad you said that, but it's really sad. You know, it's our culture. It's our representation. It's our love, our black love, our melanated. Whatever that consists of, whether it's family, whether it's cousin, whether it's business, our love for the Mother Earth, our love for the Father Sky, our love for the knowledge that and the inventions that our people have created. Have a sense of pride. It's not just saying that I'm black. It's having a sense of pride when you go to a black establishment that you're gonna pay full price and you're gonna support and sit down there like you would do in a white establishment. And you, as a black business owner, is going to sit there and make sure that your client, your customer, is being served well and that they're getting what they're paying for. There needs to be a sense of pride on both ends. You need to have a sense of pride as an elder, and you have to have a sense of pride as a God child or a practitioner or disciple of whatever tradition. This stuff means something to me, and this is why I come on social media. I express my heart. I express my concerns. I express the universal laws that apply. You guys have made this platform so powerful and so necessary and essential that it created jealousy and it created envy. And I'm cool with that, because when people come here, whether they accept the truth or not, they're gonna get that. If they come here and they work with Apostle Ely, it's not just what I'm saying, it's what the tribe is saying. Think about how you guys pitch in. That's from making sure that we are flowing there. Look at how you guys with the incense, you're constantly teaching other people how to be blessed. I'm gonna say that again. Because of your sense of pride about me and this platform, you're training. Somebody saw what you did and they started doing it. Somebody saw you give a cash app, they gave a cash app. Think about that. It's like sowing. That's what, if we as a collective, we bring our own wealth, we bring our own success. And so when we light those candles, the reason why my magic work, because I really want to see you win. I really want to see you blessed. I was checking on Keish candle, and it was so clear. I love that candle, period. But I was burning that, but I already knew it was going to work before I burned it. I know that things got to shift for her, blah, blah, blah. But I know it's going to manifest. But I have a sense of pride about stuff like that. You know, the things that you guys allow me to do for your ancestors, giving light to your ancestors. That stuff right there, that's because guess what? I have a sense of pride about my own ancestors. So you know I'm going to have a sense of pride about yours. These are all of the things that are necessary for these ATRs, not alone, but the people that participate in them to represent. I hope, sir and ma'am, that watching me, paying attention to me, that has made you feel a sense of pride about being black, number one, as a melanated person. I hope that if you are practicing the ATRs, I hope that I have inspired you to go deeper, to be more consistent. And I hope that if I did not inspire you to have a sense of pride about the ATRs, I hope I have embarrassed you to the point where you will stop portraying yourself that you're that committed. Either way, I win. The sword cut both ways, because I have to shine a light that is bright enough that people will see my good works and glorify my mother and father which is in heaven. That's my goal. I intend to be one of the most powerful, not the, but one of the most powerful chaos being that ever touched down on planet Earth. And that is because of trying to strive to be an example of the magic that I do. And guess what? That's why I don't emulate the magic that these other people do, because I don't have their gift. I don't have their talent. I got mine. I got what God gave me. They may be called. I'm chosen. Huh? Come on. Amen. I watched others support and give testimony. That's right. And let me tell y'all something. Having a sense of pride about and an excitement about coming on this platform is catchy. Why you think other people come on the platform and they see, oh my God, they don't play by him. Oh my God, they really support him. And then that train the other ones that are watching, because some people are just watching. They're not participating. They just sitting in the background. They're watching. And it shows black love. Do y'all, they not only see the love that I give out towards you guys, but they also see the love you pour back to me. They need to see that. They need to see that happen. There's young girls that need to see that. Just like they was talking about, how I treat Mother Susan, or how I treat the women in church, how I treat the men. I want, and I'm gonna use Bo as an example, because Bo is a gay man that does not have a problem with his sexuality. But Bo showed me so much love, and I in return show Bo just as much love. And I hope that I make him feel comfortable in his own skin, in his own identity, coming and going, or I'm not doing my job, in my opinion. I owe you a reading, Oshun, but I don't have my cards on me. I'm about to do that probably Sunday. I think if you come on Sunday, I just come on to do the readings and stuff. But as a elder, as a leader, as somebody that is out here doing magic for real and spell work, I love me some Mother Sue. Mother Sue, somebody said they love some. Daniel said she loves some of you. And so it's how you treat people. And why I get on y'all cases, because you don't never know who watching you. You never, like, I'm hard on people that are part of that. I want you to understand, I want other gay men or bisexual men to see how I interact with both, and they feel comfortable. That they feel like they are part of the tribe, not because they're gay, not because they're bisexual, hopefully because they got some money, but you know what I'm saying? But you not feeling that you are second citizen in this tribe. You not feeling that you're looked down upon or less than. They said, she said, child, do whatever. I love you and take your time. Thank you, baby. Love you back. It's like, and not what I'm doing is easy, because sometimes the way I talk, sometimes it seems like it's simple. But I have a sense of pride when people are interacting with me that they have a certain level of experience, and that because Bo reaches out to me past social media in that respect. But it's something that I feel that is important, that all men, melanated, whatever your preferences are. Apostle, I am so grateful for all that you have done for me, done for the tribe, and especially for me. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate, much love you. And one thing that I noticed, and I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna give props, I actually learned this from my white friends. I didn't learn this from black people. I learned to be complimentary to other men. I learned to be affectionate to other men. Brother Darius asked me, he was like, Apostle, I just gave you, you ain't give me a hug. I'm affectionate as in support. No, but there's many ways to show affection. And if I ain't beating your back down, I'm not doing that. But I always want people to understand. And if you don't have a sense of pride, and you're not supporting, and you don't feel like this table that God has prepared for us in the presence of our enemies is worth your resources or your time or your energy, then go somewhere else where you can be a part of that and have a sense of pride that when you sit down at that table, when we spread this table and we come live and we interacting with her, you should feel good about that, and feel good about not only what I'm saying, but how other people are testifying in that daily manifestation and tribe ever since I have been rocking with you. And thank you for accepting me. No problem. Love that both comments. Oh, and so I want y'all to know the difference. I'm gonna say it like this: know the difference between somebody that is trying to act as though they're concerned about our community and the diversity of our community, versus somebody out there doing their work. I am a repairer of the breach. And so therefore I have to also protect myself a lot, because I'm dealing with broken people. I'm dealing with people that have gone through different things. And so therefore I have to still be mindful. You know what I'm saying? And just give you an example of what I was saying, how Mafedi Funo Shun, her comment to me, oh child, take your time, blah, blah. Do you know how many people that give their money to spiritualists that would never say that to them? Like, that's how much pride we have in our tribe and in these that even if I'm backlog, or because most of y'all know I work for UPS and stuff like that, so a lot of the contract I do is on the weekend, or sometimes if I stay up late at night. But my point is, the level of trust, you can't make that up. The level of commitment, can't make that up. The level of dedication, you can't make that up. It's just that important that these melanated people see us operate in flaws. I'm going to say this again. I don't have to be perfect. I can be flawed in all and show you love, support, and also tough love. Y'all like when I do rough sex, but you don't like when I do tough love. So that's why this platform and the things that we're doing on this platform, I got graveyard work to do tomorrow. Like I told you guys, like I have, and I did talk to Demetrius somewhat, but I like to be honest with people, because of how dedicated he has been in such a very, very short time. And I will say this again. But man, I watch all of y'all, but it's certain people that are stepping up and been consistent. And because I know what I have the capability of doing for him, trying to, waiting for him to reach certain plateaus when it comes to his graveyard work, all of these things are very, very significant about trust and learning. And a part of magic is where your elders are trusting the people that they're serving to share more information, of sharing more power, more conjure, more influence. And that respect and that pride got to be on both ends. You got to say, you know what? I need to earn that man's trust. I need to earn that woman's trust. Vice versa. Just like I work hard to earn your trust, I'm watching you because I need to know that you care about people. I need to know that you're not going to take this knowledge I give you and then go out here and hurt people because they said something about you, or hurt somebody because you think everybody's jealous and you hating on you and all that garbage. Our melanated people, especially in the church world, we ain't got time for that no more. We got time to build, to construct, to make it easier for more and more melanated people to become sons and daughters of God. To make it more easier for more and more people to get involved into the Orisha worship or the Loas, the Nkisi, the Mpungo. It is so important. I missed something. You are the one hardworking man in the Asia. I be at it though. I really do. Thank you, Demetrius, for that. Bo said I agree. We agree. I haven't seen anyone like I want my work to impact in real ways. I got like my baby Scorpio. Like she already know I'm naturally born a necromancer, but that's really what I want my baby Scorpio in necromancy. Like mediumship. That's where I'm gearing her. But she still got to do what she got to do. Even though I'm proud of what she's doing, but she got to get her economics in a place where she got to be bringing tens of thousands. Like she gonna get like that. Like seriously, I'm dealing with Stormy more on spiritual. Like I'm doing money mat because I'm looking at Stormy more from a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? I watch every last one of y'all and I look at certain things. Some of y'all behind the scenes, y'all pillars, y'all strengthening everything. But I'm gearing at certain people because they're gonna be able to shine a light on the darkness of other people that I can't shine. Because guess what? As much as I done experienced, I ain't experienced everything. And some of y'all got more of a testimony in certain areas of life than I do. But because you're a part of this tribe, they're going to receive the love and the benefit and the support that's necessary if they want to grow. If they want to grow. If they really want to have something, it's enough of us here to make it happen. That's real talk. And that's what I mean by senses and magnetism and understanding that Venus energy. You know what I'm saying? Being able to birth things, being able to create things, and then make it easier for other people economically. Like Mother Susan is on a fixed income, but Mother Susan over a period of time, she has her Obatala, she has her Oshun, and she has her Ogun. Where there's a will, there's a way. She paid. She made it. To sit there and talk about what you can't have and you can't get your two, that's a lie. Because I have set up so many different ways for you to achieve certain plateaus. Some of you guys, you got to get to that 10,000 mark. Some of you guys got to get to that 15,000 mark. But you will see once you get there what I was talking about. Because if you can see what I'm showing you where you at, what you think it's going to be like when you get to that part where I've been trying to get you for the longest. Chaos energy, extraterrestrial energy, it's not an isolated thing for Apostle Ely. It's for melanated people. But you got to grow, and you got to you have to show these spirits that you are sincere, and you're going to be faithful, and you're going to be consistent, and you're going to do what they tell you to do. I mean, it's really that. You got to learn how to take orders, and follow instruction, So I just that one right. The Holy Spirit. It is so dope when my ancestors tell me this, validating what you're saying. Like I'm gonna tell y'all this, and you can believe this or not. I am getting in a position to put y'all in position, and that comes from with me teaching you. Somebody can't give you what they don't got. I know where I'm going to be able to take you because I would have achieved it. I would have gone and gotten the grapes from the land of Canaan myself. And so therefore, I know you're going to have grape jelly. I know you're going to taste grapes because I already went and got it. All I need to do is get you to a certain economic place where you're investing in your spirituality so you can maintain it. Because if you don't get used to spending money like I'm spending money, then you're not going to be able to maintain your orishas. You're not going to be able to maintain your cauldron. You're not going to be able to maintain your lifestyle. You got to be able to keep up everything you got going on, including your spirituality. And you got to be groomed into that. You got to get accustomed spending 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. You got to get accustomed to that. Just like I had my one of my customers. I was delivering, and his name was Mr. Bal. He owns quite a few dealerships, real huge dealerships. So I was like, Mr. Baldwin. He was like, yeah, Sam. He comes to Sammy. He said, yes, Sam. I said, if you don't mind, could you tell me how much you pay in light bill with the here? So he's like, well, the one down the street that you be delivering to, my light bill is $8,000 a month. The one here is $10,000. So he spends almost $20,000 a month in just light bill. How you gonna own something of that magnitude when you're not accustomed to spending that kind of money? It's irrational to think. You have to be groomed to be in a place where that is normal. Writing that check is normal. Sending that cash app is normal. Selling that amount of money is normal. Investing that amount of money is normal. You can't maintain those structures without resources. And if you're not accustomed to that type of resources, how you going to get there and how you going to stay there? So I'm being very business oriented and coming up with strategies of trying to ease some of you guys into what it really costs to do what I do on a daily basis. Like I spend a lot of money traveling and getting stuff. And so therefore, when you guys see me again, I got this going on. So tomorrow I'm going to spend my time in the graveyard, and that stuff costs money. Then I got my soaps and stuff that I had to clean with and stuff like that. And I got my Egon stick over there. I got to go get some more liquor though. But I didn't want to really travel with the liquor as much. I should have filled up my thing, but anyway, I can get some cigars when I get to my destination. But this stuff costs money. This stuff costs money, and I don't have a problem spending it. I don't think that many of my melanated brothers know what it costs to be proficient and maintain your everyday lifestyle. Your child, your husband, your wife, your child, your children, whatever you got going on, your side piece. And still take care of the Impungo, still take care of the Orisha, the Loa. In my case, I still got my clientele, I still got my church, I still got my family, I still got my sister, I still got other people besides social media. And I try to attend to that to the best of my ability. And I hope that you feel that I am giving you quality service and quality love and attention, because I work really hard no matter what's going on with me to be here and to give you stuff that gonna actually matter. And that, y'all, again, comes from a sense of pride. It really does. Because if I didn't have that sense of pride about myself, I wouldn't I would have came on here any kind of way. And talking about I'm a santero. I would come on here in a way talking about I'm a pastor. I would come on here in a kind of way talking about I'm a spiritual man. And I don't do that. I don't do that for me, and I don't do that for y'all. So you don't ever have to be embarrassed. Even if somebody don't get into what I get into, they can't say I don't represent well, and they can't say I don't know what I'm talking about. Because I can straighten that. Mother, sister, I don't like tough love, but I need it sometimes and understand it. Mother Susan, what you like is deep love. That's what you like, Mother Susan. I know what kind of love you want, and I can't give it to you because I'm your son. Somebody sent a cash app. It got my head turning. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's what I got to get. Thank you so much, Demetrius. That's exactly what I got to get. But I say this to you guys. If somebody cares about you, whatever you need of, they will get into that mode. Because at the end of the day, my job is not to make you happy with me. My job is to make sure you get to your destination. And so if I got to become your Satan, if I got to become your stumbling block, whatever I need to become because you procrastinating, you back and forth, or you keep messing up, that's my job. I don't have I can become your opposition. If you're going to get you where you need to be, that's what I'm going to do. And that's my job as a leader. My job is not to appease you and make you, we do laugh a lot and enjoy ourselves like that. But when it comes down to, if you're not passing certain things, you're not getting certain things done, I'm not here to make you happy about that. I'm here like the eagle. The eagle, when the babes are young, they put the feathers down there and they make it comfortable. When them eagles get older and it's time for them to float, they take them feathers out there and them thorns go to sticking them. They're giving them a reason to get up out and fly. So if I got to become a sticker or a thorn in your flesh in order to make you do what you need to do, your ass is good as stuck. Good as stuck. I love y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be doing a video I'm going to charge my phone, and I'll probably be out in the cemetery tomorrow. All of you that already got your graveyard work, you want to step your graveyard work up, do yourself a favor. I keep trying to tell you that I'm not going to be able to continue a lot of these prices because of the type of conjure that I am doing. But I'm trying to keep it down where you have an opportunity to layer up. By the time I get to where I need to get made in that status, then you already got what you need. And I'm trying to make sure you got all your talisman. So when I start doing other stuff, you're like, oh, I got my stuff. And so when we start, I'm actually going to be doing classes with my talisman. I'm going to actually, because I have to do this $10,000 spell, I have to do that, and then I'm going to work with the pumpkin for Oshun. And so giving you different aspects and different ways to get involved. So that's why I say you ain't got time to be playing with nobody that ain't serious about this. Okay? You don't have that kind of time. You will have time to play. I promise you. I'm 51 years old. God going to make sure you get yours in. I'm a freak. I might work hard, but I bet I get my freak in. Delicious. Delicious. He will redeem the time for your freedom. Yes, he will. I love the Lord. All right. I'll see y'all later. God bless.